Oh, Ida B. Wells. Where can I start? Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells was an investigative journalist, educator, and pioneer who led many movements and reforms and even inspired more. Ida's anti lynching campaign brought international attention to the everlasting threat of violence plaguing black Americans in the South, as well as other parts in the United States. Born into slavery in Holly Springs, Mississippi, on July 16, 1862, Ida B. Wells was one of 6 children in her family. After Ida's family was freed by the Emancipation Proclamation, her father became involved with the Freedmen's Aid Society and helped establish a college for newly freed African Americans named Shaw University. At only 16 years old, she lost both of her parents and her infant brother to yellow fever following the 1878 yellow fever epidemic. Juggling work as a teacher and learning at school at Rust College, she became the primary caregiver to her 5 brothers and sisters. She moved to Memphis, Tennessee, where she became a co-owner and writer for the Memphis Free Speech and Headlight newspaper. During her time in the Memphis newspaper, she would shine a light on widespread acts of lynchings in the South under the fake name of Iola. But after her 3 friends were lynched due to owning a successful black store, she dropped the fake name and started attacking lynchings head on. She started writing about the educational inequality at the segregated school she worked in, and in result, she got kicked out of the school, which fired her up even more. She began documenting many lynchings in the U.S., publishing pamphlets that spread worldwide and globalized the anti-lynching movement. One of Wells's most known pamphlets is called Southern Horrors. Wells wrote Southern Horrors to document the truth about lynching and to advocate for measures to stop it. She aimed to show that the commonly cited reason for lynchings, which was the rape of a white woman by a black man, was an obvious lie. The extensive findings she gathered, Ida argued that this justification was used to hide the real reasons of lynching, which included how many whites felt threatened if an African American talks to them or even looks at them. The pamphlet is considered a significant part of her anti-lynching campaign that she continued in later publications such as The Red Record. Her efforts helped to raise awareness of lynchings and the need for anti-lynching legislation. In 1894, her campaign even spread worldwide as she helped establish the London Anti-Lynching Committee. In 1909, Ida B. Wells partnered up with several people to establish the NAACP, or as it's actually called, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. The NAACP was designed to protect and advocate for the civil rights of African Americans, with its top priority being outlawing and lynching to a federal level. The NAACP played a crucial role in gaining rights for African Americans. For example, the overturning of segregation was partly credited to the NAACP. A fun fact: Walter White played a crucial role. Yes, Walter White played a crucial role inside NAACP for his research in lynching because of how white he looked, allowing him to infiltrate white groups. Ida B. Wells was also involved in the women's suffrage movement, creating organizations for black women such as the League of Colored Women, the Alpha Suffrage Club, and the National Association of Colored Women. In fact, she started the National Association of Colored Women with Harriet Tubman, which is pretty cool. She was also kicked out of the National Association for Colored Women for being too radical, which isn't surprising as she believed that armed resistance was a reasonable means to defend against lynching, stating that, quote, a Winchester rifle should have a place of honor in every black home, end quote.
That's pretty badass.
She has dedicated her life, most of it, to progressive reforms until the very end. She died in 1931, being aged 68. Although she was underappreciated when she was alive, she would win numerous awards, monuments, and have institutions named after her. She even has a physical coin dedicated to her as of February 4th, 2025. That was like, 3 days.
What?
The influence of Ida B. Wells is very large, and activists are still inspired by her today. Her role as an essential figure in American history has been solidified by her relentless devotion to truth, her resilience in the face of challenges, and her dedication to justice.